YouTube. This is my first ever YouTube video, actually doing something on here. It's kind of a response slash a rant to the comments on Invisible People. Invisible People is a show that's aired about the homeless. Things that they're trying to do in their life, things that they want to do for themselves, what they want to get into, what their dreams are, what their goals are, aspirations, things like that. And I have been aired on Invisible People myself personally. My name is Amber Craig. I've read some of your comments on Invisible People about the homeless and things like that. If you're gonna judge somebody, you should really sit there and talk to them and get to know them, because you have no idea how they ended up on the streets. You don't know what really happened in their life to put them in that situation. And for you to make an assumption that almost every person that's on the streets is on drugs or on this or on that, you're not even sitting there and thinking about what happened in this person's life or what's going on in the person's life. Now, we are all just human beings. And I guess my point to this is that if you don't like being judged, then why are you going to judge somebody else? Why are you going to hide behind a computer screen and call me personally? This is for the comment that's been made about me, calling me personally a meth addict. I would rather you say it to my face than hide behind a computer screen and type it up. Cyberbullying, hateful comments, none of that is okay. People do have feelings, and you should take that into consideration. Also, you should take into consideration that you do not know that person. You cannot judge them based on appearance or based on their situation or how they ended up, or anything, actually, to be honest. You cannot really judge them. You're a human being, and they're a human being. So, again, I guess the point I'm trying to make with this YouTube rant video is spend some time with the people on the streets that are living on the streets, that are homeless. Spend some time with them. Have a conversation. Talk with them. Find out how they ended up in that situation. What they really want to do with themselves. What they want for themselves. Some people, yes, they choose to be on the streets. I do not choose that. Me personally, I do not choose that. I actually just managed to get a job, and I am still going to college for physics, science, and criminology. But again, it's get to know this person. Don't judge them because of their situation or because of their looks. You have to actually sit there with a person, with a human being, and have intellectual conversations or whatever kind of banter you want to have with this person to find out who they really are. Because you never know what really goes on in that person's life. You don't know what their situation is. Everybody has bad situations in their life. Everyone has bad luck, or everyone has like something going on in their life. But no matter the situation, you shouldn't sit there and judge someone or bully them or pick on them or make fun of them to make yourself feel better, just because you're not feeling better about yourself. We're universal energy, and in order for us to coexist with each other and become more positive and have a positive state of mind, we're going to first find it within ourselves and love and forgive and accept ourselves for who we are. If you're miserable, it doesn't give you the right to make somebody else miserable, to make yourself feel high and mighty. That's not going to make you feel better at the end of the day. It's really not. And in fact, that kind of shows a different personality to you, and it's not who you really are in the inside, but that's what you show. That's, the actions you put out there. If you want people to see you for who you are in the inside, you got to show who you are on the inside. You can't just show how you're feeling. You got to show who you are on the inside. This rant, this video is just to get people to open up their mind, open up their eyes, and think before they say or do or post anything. Because, again, like I said, you do not know these people. You do not know who they are. You don't know what's going on in their life. You don't know what situation they're in or what they're really doing, and if they're doing anything or nothing at all. You don't know these things. You never met this person, you've never seen this person. You just see a video on YouTube, and you're going to sit there and post comments about a person you don't even know. That's kind of, in a way, I see it as being childish. I don't know if you guys see it that way, and I know I'm going to probably get some hateful comments about what I'm saying, right now, but if you don't like the blunt honesty from what I have to say and from what's really going on, then that's really not my issue. Just keep your personal problems to yourself. Don't take it out on other people, is what I'm trying to say. That's kind of probably not the point of this video. But, again, why don't you people who have been posting those comments on Invisible People, those hateful, spreadful comments, go out to these homeless people, have a conversation with them, and get to know them. Ask them what they need for help. Ask them if they're really trying to get off the streets or if they're not really trying to get off the streets. Find out who really is a drug addict and who really isn't a drug addict. Because the simple factor is, again, you do not know these people. You cannot sit there and be judgmental to these human beings. Ow, that is hot. You cannot sit there and be judgmental to these people, to these human beings, and say things without first thinking or at least first trying to get to know this person. There's more to a person than what's on the outside. There's more to a person than what you truly see. There's a bigger picture to a human being than what you're putting there with your assumptions, your, I don't know what goes on in your people's heads. But, like I said, there's a bigger picture that you should be looking at. There is a person with humans, a person with feelings, a person who's had probably some shitty luck, a person who has just probably lost a job, probably just lost their apartment, and is literally reaching out for help. Just come down to Hollywood, sit with someone, a homeless person on the street, just randomly walk up to them and sit down next to them and start a conversation with them. Ask them if they need socks, ask them if they need something to eat. 9 times out of 10, they will accept food. You don't have to hand them cash, you can hand them food, for Christ's sakes. It's not that big of a deal. But still, sit there with these people who are homeless and have a conversation with them. Don't judge these people because you do not know these people. I don't know you, those who have posted those comments. And you don't know me, and that yet you're the ones that posted the comments about me. It's not that I'm upset about it or hurt by it, I just find it redundant that you don't know somebody and you're going to sit there and do something like that. And it's really not okay to judge somebody, like I said before.